The rabbit, looking up, said to the owl, while ingesting several inches of grass, "I often wonder why you open your eyes when it's dark and keep them closed when it's light." "When I shine," replied the owl, "there is no darkness, for darkness is only absence of light. And then I observe you perpetually eating whatever the earth brings forth. When I cease to shine, nothing whatever can appear." "Then our worlds must be different," suggested the rabbit. "There are no worlds," snapped the owl with a click of his beak, "other than what appears when I shine." "And what appears when the sun shines?" suggested the rabbit. "I am the sun," concluded the owl. "What you think you see is only a reflection in your split mind." "Is that so indeed?" replied the rabbit, twitching her nose dubiously. "Then why do you and the sun not shine at the same time?" "I am time," added the owl, "and all time is my time. Moreover, at this time I am beginning to feel hungry." All right, sighed the rabbit as she dived hastily into her burrow. Dear Acharya Pranam, this story, "I Shine," is very interesting. Even after reading it many times, I am not getting the complete meaning of it. Would you please explain on who is rabbit and who is owl? What does the owl mean by saying, "I am the sun and I am the time"? Thank you, Acharya ji. With love and gratitude, Parmeshwari Kathar. Owl stands for wisdom. Owl in the story and in the entire book is representing the true self or no self. Call it the void, call it the heart, call it the Atma. That's what the owl is representing. That's why the owl is above the earth, perched high on a tree. What does the rabbit represent? The rabbit represents what the rabbits do, a lot of physical activity. So the rabbit represents ego identified with Prakriti. The owl is always above the ground, the rabbit is found below the ground in the burrow. Owl above the ground, rabbit below the ground. And then they talk. So yes, you have said the story is interesting. Indeed, the conversation is interesting. In Vivuvi's words, it is the noumenon conversating with the phenomenon. So what is it that the owl is telling the rabbit here? The owl is saying, I am the truth, and this entire world is because of me. You have already read these things, Parmeshwari. Ashtavakra has said the same things repeatedly. The world shines due to my light. I am the one who brings the world forth. The world arises from me and then disappears back into me. I am that one. When I shine, there is no darkness, for darkness is only absence of light. And then I observe you perpetually eating whatever the earth brings forth. I observe you perpetually eating whatever the earth brings forth. You are the doer, I am the witness. You are the one who keeps consuming the fruits of the earth. I merely watch from atop. You are the doer and the sufferer, both in your own eyes. You do things and then you bear their results. Who am I? I observe. I observe you perpetually eating whatever the earth brings forth. When I cease to shine, nothing whatsoever can appear. When the source is gone, obviously the river can be no more. When the center is gone, obviously the circle can be no more. There are no worlds, snapped the owl, other than what appears when I shine. Consciousness is dead except for the life and light that it derives from the very source of consciousness. There are no worlds except the ones that appear when I shine. There is no river except the one that appears when the glacier is there. Remove the glacier, what to talk of the river? I am the sun. The sun in your consciousness is merely an object. The one who is really providing the light to your world is me. I am the one that provides light to the sun. I am also the one that provides light to all darkness. What is it to light up the darkness? You see the sun because the sun appears bright, but you also manage to see the darkness, right? That's why you point at it and say, this is dark. Don't you do that? So even darkness is being illuminated by something. Had darkness not been illuminated at all, then you wouldn't have been able to identify darkness. So the owl says, you think that the only source of light is sun, but the fact is, everything here is being illuminated. And who is the one doing it? I am the one. That is called the truth or Atma or the source. Then the rabbit wonders, why don't you and the sun shine at the same time? The owl says, I am time. It's coming straight from the Upanishads, the scriptures. Ahmev Kalam. Proclaim the Upanishads. I am time. I am time. And all time is my time. Moreover, at this time I am beginning to feel hungry. Everything comes from me, everything goes back to me. And that is also the peculiar relationship between the owl and the rabbit. The owl teaches the rabbit, but at the same time, the owl, through the entire narrative, keeps threatening the rabbit. So the rabbit just peeps out from her burrow, takes learning from the owl, and when she discovers that the owl is getting to feel a little hungry, she quickly goes back inside. The truth is both the giver of life and the taker of life. Both Prabhav and Pralay happen there. The owl is giving life to the rabbit by illuminating her, and the owl is also the one who can finish off the rabbit's existence at any point in time. The truth is life-giving if you take knowledge to be life, and the truth is also death itself because you will not be able to carry on as you are once you meet the truth. The danger that the owl represents to the rabbit is not just physical, it is more psychic. The truth gives not merely physical death to you, that would anyway come to you if you are a creature in Prakriti. The truth gives you a far deeper death, the great death. And the rabbit, therefore, stays a little alarmed all the while she is conversating with the owl. In fact, many a times through the narrative, she would keep asking the owl, "So what did you have for dinner tonight?" And when the owl would say, "Oh, well, I have already had a rat," then the rabbit would feel a little relieved. Then she'll say, "Okay, fine. Then we can talk in peace for a while." And when the rabbit would say, "I'm famished, nothing since 2 days," then the rabbit would say, "Well, I do not think this is a good night to have a conversation. Maybe we can talk tomorrow. You first go and have something."